If you believe the only treatment is chemotherapy, you're really behind on what is out there today.
A huge following on TikTok and on Instagram. What got you interested in making medical information more accessible to the public? You have a combination of videos. You've got some, like the one we'll show, where you kind of build on trends and dancing and giving people information through the text that way, and others where you're talking directly to people.
It's what did you do with your days? Either if like God forbid if somebody passed, but when they survive, on my comments on TikTok, you know how many survivors say, I've never been the same. Every day I wake up in fear and depressed. So they're cured, they're literally cured, but they're forever currently derailed or debilitated for the rest of their lives. And that's here, and that's mental health. And that's why those things should be prioritized more than how good our drugs are. Because even if our drugs can clear it, you didn't ameliorate someone's life.
Hey, we're going to have future conversations.
The threshold for a virus that comes in lethality or whatever your metric is, where it's bad enough to where somebody says, I need it right now.
And I think that's a really important concept is the reason it happens when you get older is the longer you live, the longer turnover and new cells you have, right? And everyone says like, oh, I have a new hand in 5 years. What does that mean? It means that technically all the other cells, like they weren't around 5 or 7 years ago. So every time you replicate, that's where you get mutations that can have error. And then eventually they stop listening to the body and grow. So if you can catch something ideally really early, so if one cell just decides to get a mutation and it somehow, eluded your immune system.
Right.
If you could ideally take out that little population, that little colony that went rogue, that's the best case scenario. It hasn't spread, it hasn't gone to the lymph nodes, and you want it out. That's what screening is designed for.
Absolutely.
The guy you see there, you likely know him as the Onc Doc, and he has a huge plan to help change how people view cancer. His reach on TikTok is enormous. And just as that app redefined the way we use social media in 2020, Dr. Sanjay Juneja could redefine how doctors can deliver their message of health.
And, I have a great relationship with my, BMT specialists in the area, and we're just, cell phone all the time. It doesn't have to be in there. The treatment doesn't have to get started. But if you have that conversation, you can have a lot of variables that I'm learning just having this conversation about which way to go and how to maybe get that second line in, still do the patient a service, but really optimize the chance of them having an effective CAR T response.